I am Sharon Ijason. On this week's episode of the program, we'll be discussing about the electricity sector. But first, let's take the news. We will be right back. The struggle to get the federal government to approve a new minimum wage has been on for a while at different fora. The federal government, through the Minister of Labour, announced that by the third quarter of the year, workers in the country will start earning a new minimum wage.
I put up a timetable, and we do expect that by the third quarter of the year, a new minimum wage will be announced for the country.
At this gathering, Labour leaders from the Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress and United Labour Congress issued a 14-day ultimatum to the federal government, warning that there will be no industrial harmony in the country if the lingering minimum wage impasse was not resolved.
We demand the government to do all that is necessary within the next 14 days to ensure that the work of the tripartite minimum wage negotiating committee is completed and concluded. We will want to use this opportunity to let the government and all employers labor take note, and also the whole world, that in the event that this demand is not met, we will not guarantee continuous industrial peace and harmony.
When asked about the minimum wage negotiation at the tripartite committee meeting between the private sector, Governors Forum and the federal government, Labour leaders noted that there was no agreement reached thus far, as government suspended the meeting abruptly.
It's unfortunate that as of today, they are still thinking of what they should bring to the table at the closure of negotiation. So it will be wrong for us here to still tell you that we are maintaining our position of the figures we presented before, or that we are editing ourselves to any particular figure. So at the conclusion of it, the figure will be made known to Nigerians.
We should not be looking at any figure. We submitted our figures that was in print, and the organized private sector submitted theirs. Most of the state governors also quoted figures, and the figures are not what will be the end result or what will be finalized at the end of it all. So we're expecting the federal government to also put in their own figure. Then the committee will harmonize all these figures and come up with a suggestion.
The National Minimum Wage Committee was inaugurated in November 2017, but commenced work in March 2018 with a timeline to deliver on its mandate of arriving at a new national minimum wage in September 2018.
Also call on government to ensure.
It is now a war of words between organized labor and the authorities over the struggle for a new minimum wage. At a news conference in Abuja, NLC President Ayuba Waba, they affirmed the 2-week ultimatum issued by organized labor to the government to resume talks.
Committee.
He queried the indefinite postponement of the tripartite meeting.
But just while we are trying to tidy up the process, because the report is almost ready, then the Minister of Labour came with an information to say that the discussion should be adjourned sine die until they are able to do further consultation. And we thought that at that point in time is something that is unexpected.
Making a demand.
But Labour and Employment Minister Chris Ngige insists organized labour jumped the gun.
It's very surprising to me that Labour was given ultimatum of 2 weeks. The ultimatum is uncalled for. It's not necessary. It's crying wolf where there is none.
He accuses the different labour groups of submitting unrealistic figures.
Labour has figures readily because they are making a demand. They made first a demand of 56,000 and withdrew it and asked for 65. ULC, even though they are unregistered, they are made up of unions, of workers. They are the one asking for 96,000. So what Labour has done now is to do an average of the recognized union and unrecognized union this time around. They're interested in unrecognized union and gave us an average. We got up to that 60-something.
Ngige says the Buhari administration is a labor-friendly government.
This government have not retrenched any single worker since we came. The president is averse to any retrenchment. This government, if anything, has been replacing and employing new persons.
Organized labor had issued a 2-week ultimatum to the government to reconvene the tripartite meeting or risk industrial unrest.
The Nigeria Employers Consultative Association had an interactive forum in Lagos in collaboration with the National Pension Commission (PENCOM) to discuss the challenges and the future outlook of the Pension Reform Act 2014. The head of compliance PENCOM, Aliyu Bwala, said in an interview that one of the challenges noted during the forum is the trend of organized private sector not remitting contribution pensions of workers promptly. He, however, said that 14.76 billion naira outstanding pension contributions and penalties have been recovered.
We would encourage such workers to do is to report to us. If they want, they can keep their identity. In other words, they can be anonymous. We will take up the matter with the employer. All we need is name of the employer and the address. In line with our sanctions regime, we engage the employer, letting them know our concerns and asking them to send evidence of compliance. Employers that are owing pension contributions are required to, in addition to remitting what is outstanding, also pay penalty for the benefit of the contributors. The penalty is presently at a rate of minimum of 2% per month. That translates to about 24% per annum. And that punishment is effectively being meted out. We've had cases where we made some employers remit close to $1 billion as penalty for late remittance of pension contributions.